This is AP The Plug here with the Ticket Plug. Look, I have the easiest way online that you can flip your bread. We sell tickets to concerts, comedy, festivals, sports, theater, Broadway, all that type of stuff. And it's real easy. I can show you how to do it. Go to thetickettrap.com. Again, thetickettrap.com.
Glorilla put this thing up, and here's another way I want to talk about this, man. I think every woman should be entitled to at least 4 ends apiece, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Entitled to 4 ends apiece. So let's go ahead and think about this. They're entitled to what? 4 men sexually? They're entitled to 4 men intimately. They're entitled to having 4 men around them at one time. Hey, salute to you. Salute to you. If you want your ass opened up like a 7-Eleven, by all means, go in there and let people go ahead and run through you. But here's the problem. When you say things like that, whether you do it or not, what are you encouraging a bunch of other young women to do right now?
Yeah.
And this goes back to an election. I got to bring it back here. And the conversation of abortion. I got to bring it back here. 'Cause when you got these fast-ass girls out here, fucking 4 dudes, or dudes running around throwing their sperm everywhere. You get kids pregnant because they're influenced by what they heard Glorilla just say. And then their mamas and daddies having an abortion clinic, getting their first one at 13 or 14 years old. And then they get one at 17. And then they get one at 20. What are we really doing here? But people don't want to talk about that. People don't want we're going to let this girl flex. Oh, she's a good artist. Oh, let her talk. Oh, let her do this. No, there's some damning effects by going ahead and running your mouth so loosely that I think all women should have 4 niggas. All right, well, you should be able to do that on your own time if that's what you want to do. But you out here promoting it. Who you promoting it to? And what's going to be the effects behind that? But y'all don't have to care because y'all not role models. Y'all not this. Y'all not that. You're full of shit. That's what y'all are.
And the crazy part about it is when Kamala Harris met up with Glorilla, the first thing Kamala said to her is, "You're killing it out there." You're right. You're killing it out there. You're really killing it.
Sure.
Out there. You causing a lot of destruction out there. And you can't even, she better not ever say that she's not a role model at this point. Because whether you are indirectly, you're still a role model to a lot of these young girls because they're dancing to your music. Not only are they dancing to your music, we live in a day and age now where they're listening to your message, they're on your Instagram, they're on your Facebook, watching your every move, and they're influenced by everything you not just do, but what you say. And already problems with, promiscuity, sleeping around, sexually transmitted diseases, drugs, and things like that. To add more fuel to the fire. That's why, I genuinely, will we ever interview Glorilla? Absolutely. We would do it.
Yeah.
But we would ask the tough questions. After we got through all the bullshit, right down when we probably 20, 30 minutes left, we're going to start digging. Well, how do you feel about, this tweet? How do you feel about your effect on all that? I mean, we'll get to all it. Where you grew up, your music, your album. Some people do that and they just stay there. They don't dig. We will do it. We will dig and we will get those answers for you and we will provide a pushback. Well, don't you feel like, this is, and she may have I didn't even realize that. You never know what she might say, but nobody does that no more. And that's the responsibility, of journalists, and even white journalists do this. They get down to the nitty gritty of it. And okay, how do you think you're affecting the black people? Remember, Jaleel White was just talking, it was an old clip. He was talking about how what's the late Joe Marie and Reginald was talking about his effect. What's going to be the collateral damage? What's going to be your effect if you wear this dress? What's Glorilla's effect for telling women to get 4 men? What's your effect for shaking your ass? And her music is hot. Look, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I don't like her music.
Dog.
Very talented young lady, and she keeps climbing up the ladder. But your message is trash, and it needs to be called out.
The thing is, and I don't know why, and don't make no mistake, we call out the men in hip hop too. When they're out here trying to kill each other, when they're out here promoting the drug use and all that, we call that shit out too. We've talked about drill so many times on this damn podcast. It's crazy.
Right.
About the effects on that. Because I already know somebody going to go, yo, we talk about, go ahead, find those.
Right.
When you look at Glorilla and her talent, does she have to do this in order for her talent to shine?
Not at all.
Not at all. You want to know why? Because the same amount of people are actually buying her records and listening to it anyway.
Yep.
Point blank, period. So it ain't about the music. It's not about furthering your music. You're furthering a message and you're furthering an agenda, whether you think you're doing it or not. You're more popular now for saying that than you are for a song that you could have made that you actually are talented at. Nobody cares about your talent no more. Nobody cares about that no more. They want to see you effing 4 dudes or twerking or when's the next time you got a breast implant or what woman you gonna kiss next or what ratchet shit are you gonna do out here to entertain me next. And it's just like Meg Thee Stallion, her, Lotto, all these talented artists. Bro, can you name me one song out of any of them artists and recite lyrics?
Hell no.
Sure couldn't. But I bet you back in the day we can recite some Emil lyrics. Bet you back in the day we can recite Foxy lyrics. Hell, as promiscuous as Lil Kim was, I can recite lyrics right now.
Oh yeah.
Lil Kim.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they let the music speak first. And now we in a day and age we let the ratchet speak first. And it's corny, dog.
And it's like at the end of the day, like people may get tired of this, and we could easily be the podcast that strokes these celebrities' egos, but I care more about the race. I care more about the well-being of the people by leaving a legacy of just, this is what our work was. This is what we did when we had the spotlight on us, when we had the millions of people watching us. This is what we did when we had the microphone. We could easily be a part of the ratchet shit. We could easily, you know what I mean, doing all that dumb shit and, getting very rich doing it. But I don't know. I'd just rather, and we can still, we have done it in a way where we still gave you the great content, the banging content. Like nobody did it better when it comes to Diddy, the R. Kelly, the Nipsey coverage, and all the stuff that we did over the years, and countless other people. We done it at the highest level, possible. But I'd rather leave a legacy of like, all right, look, these dudes was actually trying to say something with their platform, and not just stroking these damn celebrities' egos, because it's doing a disservice to the children. You got a daughter, a son. I got a son to raise that's going to be around when I'm gone. So I need to make sure that I leave the legacy. I need to make sure that when they look at, their dad and their uncle, like, all right, they stood for something.
Word.
They wasn't just some sucker ass niggas out here stroking these motherfuckers. They really stood for something. And I'd rather have that.
We don't even stroke our own egos.
Right.
So much shit that we could be talking about on these social media platforms that we've done, that we do, that we're doing.
Right.
It ain't about that, man. It's about the work. And you know what? And sometimes it comes to a detriment to our pockets.
Yeah.
It really does. Because we know what y'all want to see. We know how y'all want to be entertained, but we just can't stoop to that level. And we never will. So we appreciate those who really rock with the platform. And if you're still looking for real content, it's really out there. But it's up to y'all to share it. It's up to y'all to keep this shit, keep the message real, and keep it alive, man. Because if you don't, and we don't, man, we will, in the next 5 to 10 years, this all we'll see is this bullshit. And it'll be fake and phony, and this is where we'll be at.
Yep.
So we'll talk about Al B. Shore real quick, man.
Speaking of fake and phony, oh, man.
You ain't lying, though, bro. You make me remember, it was a time where, before all this Diddy shit happened, it was years ago, Al B. Shore said something about Diddy. And people talked about it. I think we talked about it on this platform. And then the day after that, Al B. Shore wrote this big, long-ass message about how the media manipulates his messaging. He had nothing to say about Diddy, yada, yada, yada.